Before I joined this program, my dreams felt very distant and far away, but now I'm seeing brightness in it.
Hello viewers, welcome to Kakuma Refugee Camp in Turkana County. This is where we have our amazing containers. You can see it at the back there. That is where we are doing the magic, where we are training our participants on how to learn digital skills that can enable them to be self-reliant and be economically viable citizens of this lovely, lovely world. So thank you and welcome.
Young people get these 3D modeling skills and be able to compete with other young people or other people in the whole world to be able to bid for jobs under the freelancing category.
And you heard from the previous video that to focus on 3D modeling. And you might ask why, and it doesn't really make a difference which precise niche skill that are in kind of global demand. But it just happened to become 3D modeling as the pilot, since after interactions with multiple companies, we found a specific interest in 3D modeling in particular, and companies that wanted to co-create the curriculum with us to also match their specific needs. Like the whole thing is kind of a matrix of variables, where time is of dramatic importance, and time kind of which it takes to get marketable skills is a determinant of whether any of this works. And more time means too much resource go into the project, and too much time means you lose the interest from the people you want to serve.
So working with the company from Europe, it was a very good experience. Like when I used to work in a salon, I could work like for months, 3 months, and generate something like 5K, which was a very low amount. But working in a salon, working with Studio Exact in Europe, I worked with them with a project which I just worked on for just something like 2 weeks, and I generated a huge amount of money, which I got like 200 euros, which is like 30K here in Kenya. So it was a very good experience.
With the huge need of 3D artists at the moment, and companies who needs everything from product images to animations to visualize concepts, companies who are developing games or building houses. Everybody needs a digital replica of that.
3D modeling is such an important aspect of the creative industry in that it lays the foundation for a very diverse set of outcomes, in that 3D modelers are able to create assets for things that can be used in film, or things that can be used in gaming, or things that can be used even in the scientific fields like the medical field or architecture.
For me to become a role model for my children, I have to show them an examples from me first, because I can give them hope and show them the bright future, and then I will give them motivation in their life.
1, 2, 3.
So we found Ambitious Africa, which actually combines exactly what we as ACT Churches Sweden were looking for: innovative, young organization, and a link to the private sector, which we as ACT Churches Sweden do not have, and neither our partners. We are joining our forces together. ACT Churches Sweden with a long-term expertise in development aid. Ambitious Africa with a young, innovative way of working and a link to the private sector. And creating a model that actually works for people and change people's life. For example, that someone with a traditional livelihood project will get $10 per month. In this project, in this model, are getting $100 per month. And that change is huge. And together, by joining us together, we make this change.
We've been in partnership with LWF here in Kakuma refugee camp for many, many years now. And what really excited us about this ambitious youth project is bringing the market to refugee youth and also people from the host community, because there's an entire world out there. I mean, why should we limit youth to a particular field? So we're really excited in partnership with ACT Church of Sweden and Ambitious Africa to grow the project after this first pilot phase. We just think sky's the limit, or the internet is the limit.
For those who have graduated in the first cohort and those who are about to graduate in the second cohort, I have seen change from them in terms of curiosity. They are curious to know more about 3D. Some are very curious even to get to animation. So it has been quite an interesting journey. In the beginning it was scary because there's fear of the unknown, there's fear of the unexpected, but I'm happy that we all embraced it as a team, and also the participants were favorable enough to be patient with me and the whole process. They were patient. They exercised a lot of patience, because there were moments I didn't know what to do, I didn't know what to say, but we pulled our heads together and we sailed through. So it has been a crazy journey. It has been a crazy journey, ups and downs, but at least we were moving. We are still growing, we are still learning, and we are here in Kakuma to stay. This program, we are going to implement it in other parts of the region by God's grace. Thank you and welcome.